Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Friday, March 20th, 2015. In the Lynn-Body-Mind, it's me, Charles, my friend Fernando. In the Jamie-Body-Mind, we are continuing our work to do what is ours to do in all dimensions, in every moment, to trigger the awakening right now. And with that, it begins. I have the sense that we've been called into the office of someone very important.
It's true.
And probably we've done something that doesn't meet with their approval.
It's true.
That's my guess. And he's asking me, do I know the difference between what's good for the individual and what's good for the collective? Do I know the difference between those two concepts?
Based on that tone, I probably don't.
I would assume that the error we've made is something along these lines.
That's true.
My interpretation is that what's good for the collective matters most.
That's true. That's my interpretation.
And possibly I have been making decisions that are counterproductive to that. We've been considering what's good for an individual rather than what's good for the greater good.
Yes, that's true.
And they're showing, for example, a parent with 2 children not considering their own well-being, but considering the well-being of one child when the greater good would call for something else.
Right, that's true.
It might have to do with my recent awareness that we allowed what I call the teeny weeny team
That's true.
to suffer while they were in our care.
That's
and
true.
that they suffered a lot, and that was wrong. But now he got up from the desk and he's drawing something on a chalkboard.
That's true, I see that.
And he's making a point, and he's now seeming more like a teacher and less like a boss.
That's true.
And saying, he's talking about the outliers, about a graph, a curve,
Yes.
and the outliers. And the question is, how do you consider the outliers? Do you swing the whole ship over to hit the outliers, or do you let the ship keep going where it needs to be?
Wow.
I don't know the answer to this
know.
question. Based on the tone, I would say you let the ship going where it needs to be, but that's what we were doing. And when we reviewed it yesterday, it seemed to me like I was getting chewed out for doing what I had done. And so now it seems like I'm getting chewed out
The other way.
the other way.
That's true.
So
Okay.
please help me understand. Help me get my thinking straight.
You don't veer the ship out of course for a buoy. You veer it out of course for people stranded on an island. I could be hearing it wrong.
But when we have what we had were people who were stepping up,
He's nodding.
and a system that was not supporting them, and that doesn't seem right to me.
No.
Shouldn't the system support the people who are stepping up?
He's kind of frustrated.
Yeah, apparently that was a stupid thing that I just said. That's not the relevant point.
Right.
The point is what serves the collective. And he's talking about timing and how what's difficult in the short run can turn into something beautiful in the long run.
That's true.
And that climbing a mountain is that way, and training for a marathon is that way.
That's true.
Running a marathon is that way, and
That's
there's
true.
right around the 21-mile mark, and a marathon is a brutal time. He's saying, I've not run a marathon, I don't know this from personal experience.
That's true.
And he's saying around the 21-mile mark is brutal, and many people quit right there.
true.
When it's just a 5-mile run that's left,
true.
and the 5-mile run is nothing to somebody who's trained for a marathon.
That's true.
And so to consider that it's okay to go all out running a marathon, And also that we are making our evaluations at the wrong time. He says, after all, those people just finished the really tough part.
That's true.
And now what's still to come hasn't yet come.
That's true.
And it's very possible that some of them will look back on this and say, wow, was that ever worth it?
That's true. Something's moving.
Again, I have the sensation that these barriers between dimensions are crumbling, and that this is a big part of our work, is to clear out these interdimensional barriers and do it now.
That's
and
true.
This guy, now he looks like a general again, he doesn't look like a teacher anymore.
That's true.
Is saying get rid of those post-haste.
That's true.
Can
boom,
do.
Boom,
Can
boom.
do.
They're crumbling fast, not slow.
Fast, not slow. There we go. I have this sense of something opening up and a vortex beginning.
It's true.
Just draw it down, draw it down, draw it down. And I have the sense of the nature realms underneath, and to draw them up, up,
That's
up.
true.
And to make the connection through us. Make the connection through us from the nature realms to the angelic realms and vice versa. How may we be of service right now to trigger the awakening right now? We bring the downward flow. It's like the funnel from above. We just bring it down, bring it all the way down right here. There we go, all the way down right here, and then continue through here, down into, through the nature realms, down into truth below. Really get that downward flow of, it feels like living waters going. Really get it going.
That's true.
Do it like we mean it.
That's true.
Well, what do I know? I know that if we don't have upward flow to balance, there's nothing to catch the living waters coming down. It's a no-go. So we have to have upward flow to balance. I'm sorry, what else do I know? I know that you've been talking about the nature realms, and that the upward flow from the nature realms can be very helpful.
That's true.
Whoosh. A connection is being formed.
That's true. Two big things coming together and locking into place.
Two big things coming together and locking into place through us.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Okay. We can do it. Holding space, not only holding space, actively intending to facilitate this locking.
True.
Once more, actively intending to facilitate the locking. Click, 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 click. There's some big presence behind. Kind of feels female, angelic kind of presence. Big female angel.
It's true.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Two energy pieces fitting together, and then a large presence who feels female.
That's true.
Okay. How may we be of service right now to trigger the awakening right now? It's, again, get rid of the interdimensional barriers and get this living waters from the big planet down to the teeny weeny one.
It's true.
Get them down here. Okay.
Can do.
Can do. And there's one more thing. Yes, sir, what is it? It's kind of like get your shoes shined. Maybe like clean up your act.
Yeah.
We're working on that. Herb has been telling us these things for a while, and we didn't hear him really until yesterday, and I know that makes us sound like complete idiots. I'm aware of that. But yesterday it began to sink in, the things he's been telling us for a really long time. And we've asked if he would mind going through the whole list again so that we can get all of our flaws on the table and work with all of them.
That's true.
But short version is we see how selfish we've been, and we see how trying to be funny and trying to be colorful characters has caused us to miss a lot of clues and cues.
It's true.
And
put other people through a lot of suffering.
And not do our job as well as we could do it if we just stop focusing on being funny and being colorful.
Straighten up and fly right.
That's it. Straighten up and fly right. So we get it, and
Got it.
That's what he's saying here.
Yeah.
Straighten up and fly right.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We see that now as the goal. We never saw it. I never saw it as the goal before, but I get it now. It's kind of like in the movie Top Gun. The Tom Cruise character was really, really good, but was flamboyant, and he was a hazard on the course.
It's true.
He wasn't careless. He was a risk taker. He wasn't careless. He just took risks that were too big.
Ah, I see.
And that's how we are. We aren't careless.
No.
But we take risks that are too big.
That's true.
And we should stop doing that.
That's true.
We see that now. I don't know why I never saw it before. It makes me sound like an idiot. I understand that.
That's true. As it turns out,
we're idiots.
We're idiots.
But we see that now.
That's true.
So our intention is, in fact, to straighten up and fly right. I've received that bit of instruction many times before, and I never actually intended to comply with it before.
No, me neither.
But what I intended, what he said, what did you intend? I intended to not get caught.
Yeah.
But now I actually intend to comply.
Me too.
I can do it.
I can do that.
Thank you for the opportunity. I can do this for you. I can do this for you. I can do this for you.
I can do that too.
Okay. Now I feel like we're dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we close. I think he's saying that as long as Asha was doing okay, nobody else was actually going to step up.
It's true.
She had to be pushed into collapse for anyone else to step up. Now, if she had been pushed into collapse too soon, she would have just collapsed and nothing good would have come of it.
That's true.
But the way it played out, she was pushed into collapse and several other people stepped up.
That's true.
Glenn stepped up.
That's
he
true.
never would have if she hadn't have been pushed into collapse. Sam stepped up.
That's true.
She had to fall for Sam to step up. Luce stepped up.
That's true.
Ross stepped up.
That's true.
Pan stepped up.
That's true.
None of those people would have stepped up if she hadn't been pushed into collapse. They would have continued the push-pull dance that was going on.
That's true.
Maybe it was worth it.
Maybe.
Well, results will prove the theory.
That's true.
We'll find out.
That's true.
Okay.
Live streaming it all up.
And bringing down the grace. Our role is to bring down the grace. They went through a boatload of stuff. Now let's bring down the grace.
That's true.
And what will be, will be. And we can be the conduits for this big amount of grace.
That's true.
And now wiser minds will decide how things turn out. That big female angel, she's exactly got Asha's colors. Exactly.
That's true.
I can't say that she's unfamiliar. I'd say if I were given a picture of Asha and told to age progress her,
that's true. It would look like
that
angel.
Big angel.
Well, maybe.